Hey, I thought there wouldn't be another COVID-19 video, but this one, I gotta do this one. Man, this this is why I love living in Idaho and what I really like about the Boise area. Now, there's only 1.9 million people in the entire state of Idaho, and 750,000 and some change live where I do. And I've been watching the stupid crap from law enforcement agencies around the country. And it's the usual suspects. Los Angeles sucks, Chicago sucks, San Francisco sucks, New York City sucks, New Jersey, Philly. The big cities are like jackbooted thugs for the most part. And that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. I don't care how many TV shows or series or movies you do glorifying those police forces, it can't take the stink away from how nasty they are. And then you come here. And this is such, I'm going to read this, which is a communication from the Sheriff's Department to all 750,000 people. And it's how we deal with stupid in the COVID-19 crisis. And this is put out through the Nextdoor app. So it hit everybody in the entire county. Well, just let me read it. I mean, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. It's from the community relations officer. Her name is Nicole Carr, and it's from the Ada County Sheriff's Department. Ada is one of the largest counties in terms of people in Idaho, and that's where Boise is. But the county sheriff does dispatch for 5 local law enforcement people, including Boise. So it's addressing the Karens, and use folks that are in law enforcement know what I'm talking about, who want to call the cops to force others to do what they think they should do. So let's start. Here we go. It's been 2 weeks since Governor Brad Little's statewide stay-at-home order asked all Idahoans to band together to slow down the spread of the COVID-19 coronavirus. And it's changed the way we're all living. It's been an interesting couple of weeks for our patrol deputies, as most everybody in Ada County has limited travel and interaction in the community to fill only essential needs. While the number of calls for service has remained about the same, many of those calls have been complaints or inquiries about businesses or people suspect are not following the stay-at-home order, or people not following social distancing guidelines. Now, these are people that are calling the cops, right? Okay. We'd like to gently, this is Idaho, right? We'd like to gently ask people to weigh whether any behavior they see is actually creating an immediate or significant danger. If not, then it probably isn't worth worrying about too much or deserving a call for law enforcement. Keep in mind, by the way, this is my comment, Idaho is a right to carry state. It is a constitutional carry state. And there's plenty of people walking around open carrying or concealed carrying. Concealed carrying, not printing to, in other words, there's a lot of people carrying guns around here. Just saying. So let me continue. I'll finish the last sentence. If it probably isn't worth worrying about too much or deserving of a call to law enforcement. Since March 26th, the day after the stay-at-home order went into effect, and by the way, stay-at-home is in quotes, so it's not really an order, our Ada County dispatchers have taken at least 230 different calls for service. complaints and inquiries where people want an investigation related to COVID-19 from all over the county. That number doesn't include medical calls, just inquiries for law enforcement. In other words, somebody's calling the cops. Of those 230, 35 were in our jurisdiction. So this is across the cities. The complaints have ranged from reports of groups of teens playing sports like basketball or soccer, or just kids playing outside. Businesses being open, like restaurants, taverns, or gyms, having people inside. House parties, people playing golf who don't appear to be 6 feet apart. Construction workers standing too close to each other. Ooh. And about businesses, some people don't think are essential. As we said, when the order was issued, and they're talking about law enforcement, that's the sheriff and all the local police departments, we would emphasize education and good judgment of our citizens if there were disputes about the order. That is the way it's played out so far. Deputies have done some education, and the people they've interacted with have voluntarily complied with our advice. Many of the businesses people complained about were closed when deputies went by. Some of the people inside were doing maintenance or cleaning, but were not open to the public. Our deputies and officers for the 3 cities have not issued any tickets for violations or routed any cases for further consideration. This is how they roll here in Idaho, especially here. I love it. We expect that to continue. Okay, it gets better. We realize these are confusing times, and there is a lot of anxiety about community spread of COVID-19. What we are asking is that people to voluntarily comply with the order, and the vast majority of Ada County residents have done that. Final paragraph. The best way for us all to work together to fight the spread of the coronavirus is not to fight against ourselves. What does work is controlling what we can control, our own actions. Wash your hands, maintain safe social distancing when you can, limit unnecessary travel. If you feel sick, stay home and isolate yourselves from others. The short version: mind your own business and stop calling the cops on your neighbors. That was my editorial. So, I've been living in this place for almost 19 years. I've lived in LA, I've lived in Chicago, I've lived in Philly, lived in DC. And I gotta tell you that this attitude that I just read is typical. And it's why everybody's chill. Most of the folks that you see wearing masks are the kind that aren't effective anyway, because nobody can get access to N95 style masks. So people are out there making their own. They're not effective. They've been proven not to be effective. In my personal opinion, it's just virtue signaling. I'm wearing a mask. You're not. You're messed up. Anyway. I had to read that to you because it came in my feed this morning and it's been in my head. And I said, I gotta put this out to folks to let them know that there's hope in the world and there's sanity in the world, and not all cops are out there trying to jack the civilians and write tickets and $1,000 fines because somebody might not be doing what somebody else thinks they should be doing. So with that, put your comments down below. I appreciate hearing about it. Oh, by the way, speaking of comments, I looked at the thread. OMG. You could tell who the Karens were. You could tell who the Karens were. I mean, it got crazy. So I'm glad our law enforcement has applied some common sense and has gently spanked the Karens of the world. Please don't call us unless it's really bad. Just saying. So thanks for watching. Carry on.